Hello all, Happy New Year, Happy 2018. I have finally decided to get some videos done. Um, I have a lot of friends who are interested in learning how to cook Indian food. One of the requests was how to make roti or chapati, and I'm going to show how to go about making chapati from scratch, from prepping the dough and then making the roti or the chapati. So I make chapati every single day, so I'm kind of used to eyeballing everything, but just so that you understand how it's actually done, I'm going to do everything by measure. It's a good idea to take something like this or a flat bowl where you have more space to knead the dough, or you can use something like this, or you can just take it on the island, whatever suits you. Okay, so here I have 1 cup of whole wheat flour. I usually get the whole wheat flour from the Indian store, and it's 100% whole wheat, so it says on the bag. Usually you can get like a 10-pound or a 20-pound bag of whole wheat flour in an Indian store. The brand that I like is Sujata whole wheat flour. You can try other brands too. I have a feeling that they have smaller packets if you feel like you cannot finish everything. But for me, because having chapati or having roti is part of our daily diet, I normally get a 10-pound bag. And yeah, I get it like every 2 months, and it doesn't go bad. You can store it at room temperature in your pantry. Unless it's really hot and you don't have any ventilation, it won't go bad. So just to start off with, I'm just taking 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to add some salt to it. So this is a 1 teaspoon, so I'm just going to take like a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt and add it to it. Okay, so it's whole wheat flour, salt, and water. This cup has 1/2 cup of water right now, so I'm going to kind of measure as I go, and I'll tell you how much I use to actually knead 1 cup of flour. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit at a time, and then I usually use 1 hand, but you can use both the hands. I just like to hold the pot or the pan which you are making the dough with 1 hand, and then just turn it around. See how I have this space to knead the dough, and then I add it as I go. Okay. You can use the food KitchenAid to make your dough, or food processor has a dough making blade. You can use that. Normally on a daily basis, this is what I need every single day, and it's kind of time consuming to use the KitchenAid or something every single day. So I just knead the dough by hand, and I'm so used to it that it's more work taking the KitchenAid out and trying to use it and then cleaning it later on, you know. So you see, I almost have the dough ready, but it's a little bit hard, so you don't want it too hard. It has to be, you should be able to roll it, and it shouldn't be too loose either, okay? So I just have like a little bit of the half cup water that I started off with, and I still have some left. So you see, you can use both hands at this point if you feel like. But the idea is you should knead the flour well so that it's easy to roll it later. And I'm not using any oil. You can use oil, like a teaspoon or a tablespoon of oil. What oil does is it keeps the roti fresh longer. That is, if you're planning on making it today and then having it. So normally back home we prepare food in the morning, and then food is taken for lunch, and then to work, or if you're at home you have food at home, and then that carries over in the evening. But over here, being in California and I'm working and nobody is there in the house to have food in the morning, I normally cook in the evenings, and I just make enough for one meal. And we are 3 of us, so I'll show you how I use this 1 cup of flour for the 3 of us later. So you see this, it's all set, right? I'm going to give a final touch. I like it a little bit loose, not too loose, but just enough. You see, I'm applying pressure, so it's not loose as yet. When I'm applying pressure, what it tells is you can knead it a little bit, you can add some more water, you know, and bring it to a consistency where see, now this is good. Now I'm happy. Now I can roll easy. I'm not putting any effort. So when I'm using the rolling pin, it will roll easily too. Good? So I'm going to let it sit for like 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to show you how to roll the roti or roll the chapati. And I'm going to cover it and keep it okay? We'll see you in 20 minutes.